So today we're going to be going over 8 ultra versatile fragrances that will conquer any situation that you put these into. These are for the days where you almost don't even want to wear a scent, because maybe trying to decide which one you want to wear, this isn't something you feel like doing, whether you don't have time or it's just one of those days. And I encourage you to always try to wear something if you can, and it is a good idea to have these kind of dumb reach versatile fragrances on hand ready to go, because a lot of times, at least the times where I've skipped out on wearing something, I end up regretting it. So don't put yourself through that. Have some of these dumb reach super versatile fragrances ready to go just in case. We've got 8 of them here, all designers, nice little mix of things, all going to be fresher, at least in that direction, given that we're going for maximum versatility here. We also have a little price range variation, stuff that's a little bit more high end, stuff that's a little bit more affordable, stuff that's in the middle. So really, no matter what your budget is or what you're into, you will find something here that you will really like. And I will link all of them down below to discounters, and also there will be the Fragrance Net 35% off link as well. Clicking that will automatically always apply the current best discount. Alrighty, let's just go ahead and run right through this here. We're going to start off with BVLGARI Man. Just BVLGARI Man, the Eau de Toilette. No frills, no fancy flankers, just the OG where it all started. This is one of those overlooked flankers, or not even flankers, one of those overlooked original fragrances, I meant to say, that just doesn't really get the spotlight anymore. Vetiver, honey, woody notes, violet. This is really impressive. So when you look at the bottle here, just clear, right? Very plain, very basic, bare bones compared to the flankers. You may be thinking of something that's going to be super citrusy and fresh, or at least maybe I did. But when you smell this one, man, there is some richness, some sweetness, this nice mature woody depth to it. Some may even go as far as to say it has a little bit of an old school feel to it. Very mature, very masculine. Definitely not your typical fragrance that you would maybe be used to smelling, and definitely not the typical style of fragrance that's being released these days. You know, it has a little bit of a throwback feel. However, it still does have a good balance overall with the freshness, with the versatility, which is why I wanted to throw it in here. So this is going to be for the guys who are maybe a bit older, you want something mature. Ultimately, at the end of the day, you want a fragrance that will have people take you seriously when they smell it. It's not going to be playful and fun smelling. It's going to be kind of down to business and, mature here. But it is very versatile. It does get the job done well. And it's also not a whole lot of money. BVLGARI Man, just the original here, give it a shot. So now we're going to go up to something a little bit more expensive. And I think that BVLGARI is typically going to be in the $50, $60 range, although I don't remember for sure. You can hit the link down below, kind of see a ballpark price on it, somewhere around in there. This next one, I think at this time, is going for around $78 at discounters for 100 ml. It's from GIVENCHY. This one is Gentleman Eau de Toilette Intense. Iris, tonka bean, cardamom, and, of course, cypress are some of the main notes. Very woody, very masculine, and very modern. This is just a modern Givenchy Gentleman release. So what's interesting about this one as well is you see Gentleman Eau de Toilette Intense. So you may be thinking that it's simply a stronger version of Gentleman Eau de Toilette 2017, that sort of thing, but it's not. They're actually quite a bit different here. It's utilizing just these woods, this overall woody, modern smell that isn't really prominent in the Eau de Toilette. Now, the Eau de Toilette, when we're talking the 2017, it is a fragrance that holds up nowadays, right? It was only released a few years back. It doesn't smell dated by any means, but it's really just kind of a citrus, pear, fruity fragrance. This one here almost goes more in the style of something kind of like Dior Homme 2020, just with the heavy focus on woods, the cashmere, and all of those types of notes. Now, I'm not comparing the two scent-wise, but just trying to tell you kind of where the direction is going here. You'll see more and more fragrances are rolling out, similar notes and kind of focusing on similar accords and that sort of thing here, just with the modern woods. That's kind of what this one smells like. It smells like a guy in his early mid-20s, conquering his schooling, trying to move forward in life, conquer his goals, that sort of thing. That's kind of what this one has going on. It is a really nice smelling fragrance that has grown on me substantially. When I first got it in, I was, I liked it. I didn't love it, but now, each time I wear it, each time I smell it, I discover different things about it. I like that there's a little bit of a sweetness. The cardamom in here has a little bit of a spicy depth that you may not necessarily appreciate when you first get it. You may need to give it some time and let yourself come around to it. For me, I think this one is well worth a pickup. It's very versatile. It's very mass-pleasing. The performance is good. The quality is great. And it's one of those fragrances that just works. At the end of the day, this one does what it's intended to do, and that is to make the wearer feel empowered, confident, and just have them smell great. This stuff does it. Let's go to a cheapie. Typically $25-ish, $30, maybe somewhere around in there. Guess Seductive Homme Blue. Cardamom, C notes, and pepper are just a few of the main notes. So I have a few of these here. I have Guess Seductive Homme Noir, which is a really nice one. That's a sweeter fragrance. Wouldn't really fit the bill for this video. But one thing that is common with all of these, and it's so funny, is the cap just kind of floats. It just is just kind of floating there. It doesn't click. I mean, it clicks into place, right? But there's nothing that's stopping it from doing this. So, that can just happen, right? You can pick this one up and, oh, what's going on here? So I've always thought that was a little bit strange with these bottles, but it is what it is. Now, one thing I will show you that I really like, and I'm highlighting this given the price of this one, nice pressurized atomizer. I don't remember Guess Seductive Homme Noir being like that. Maybe it is, maybe it was. But this here, that's nice. So this one is fresh. It has a little bit of a aquatic, watery feel. You do get a spiciness up top from the cardamom, from the pepper. It does have just kind of that clean blue fragrance type of personality to it. So this is definitely not going to be a mind blower. Definitely something that you've smelled before, nuances of in other fragrances. Now, I'm not saying this is a one-to-one clone of anything, but it definitely takes heavy inspiration from a lot of other very successful fragrances out there. But with that being said, it is very affordable. Again, that $20, $30 range, somewhere around in there at discounters for 100 ml. I think you can get these as testers. You can save some money. You can play with the cap if you get a cap and just have fun with that, right? Really, it's not bad. It's not terrible. It's a good fragrance for someone who wants an ultimate dumb reach fragrance. Given that this one is going to be the cheapest one in this video, this would be a good car fragrance. Now, like I said, and I've said this before many, many times, I don't recommend storing fragrances in your car that you really are passionate about. So don't throw your bottle of Creed Aventus in your car that you've saved up and worked for. Don't do that. Don't leave it out in your car. The temperature fluctuations and the extreme temperatures, either really hot or really cold, whatever, is not good for any type of fragrant bottle accessory. So don't do that unless you don't care that much, right? And sometimes it may not be a bad idea just to have one and throw it in there if it's only 20 or 30 bucks. I have a bottle of Dylan Blue in my car always. I got that for like $35, $40. It was super, super cheap. It was a tester on eBay, kind of a one-time deal there. And since I already have a couple bottles inside and I didn't really need a third, just threw it out in my car. And that has come in handy more times than I can count. At some point, is that going to go bad? Yes, but I'm only going to be out less than $40. And you can get something like this and be out even less money when that eventually does happen. And it might take a few years, so you can get your money's worth out of it, but trust me, having a fragrance in your car, it does come in handy. Next up, from one blue bottle to another, Versace Pour Homme Signature. The only difference is the scent. So quite a bit, right? This is not a blue fragrance. I mean, yes, the color is blue, but it's not like a blue ambroxan fragrance, okay? This is a citrus, floral, musky, woody, clean men's fragrance. Lemon, musk, bergamot, and neroli. I would say this, Chanel Allure Homme Sport, and I guess I can also throw in Missoni Wave. These three are probably just some of the happiest smelling fragrances that I have. They are just feel-good fragrances that always put me in a great mood. Even when it's snowing outside in the middle of winter, I can smell this, and man, all my worries go away. It's lemony, it's bright, it's citrusy, it's zesty, it's musky and woody and fresh. It is a clean, kind of creamy, semi-sweet men's signature scent that smells beautiful, especially in the summertime in the heat. Wearing this one in the wintertime, it does work, but it doesn't do it justice. It could be your signature scent, that's why they called it signature, but do realize it does come to life in the summertime. So make sure if you're gonna wear this all year round that you especially apply it on strong and go out there in the summertime and really enjoy it. It opens up and smells beautiful. Typically $40 on discounters for 100 ml. You can spring a bit more and get a giant 200 ml bottle, which if you're gonna wear it every day, this is the route to go. Great fragrance here that always will work. It will work 1000% of the time. Amazing stuff. So this here is the newest fragrance in this video. One that I wasn't really super into when it first came out, but now I do really like it. Of course, Ralph Club by Ralph Lauren, Polo Ralph Lauren, whatever you want to call it, Ralph's Club. Lavender, clary sage, vetiver, hinged cap. That's the major selling point right there. So this one did really well out of the gate. I did a video, it was like the 10 highest rated new fragrance releases of 2021. I did that kind of towards the end of last year, and people got confused. They thought that I was going off of Fragrantica, or they thought I was just making the information up, but it was all, it was data, right? I went on Macy's, Sephora, the big retailers. I sorted all of the new releases by the most amount of reviews, the highest stars, and I believe this one, if it wasn't number one, it was right there next to it, number two. I mean, it was just insane. Across all of the retailers, it had the most amount of reviews, and they were all very good reviews as well. So I don't know what caused this one to pop off. It seems like more so outside of the community versus inside of the community, but it did well. It did crazy good. And there's a good reason for it. I mean, when you smell this one, you know right away, yeah, it's a mass-pleasing gem. That's what it's gonna do. It's aromatic, it's woody, it's a little bit, tiny bit herbal, but not too much to make it, you know, hard to pull off or challenging. It's very clean, very fresh, very sexy. Again, there's a reason why this one climbed to the top, and this one is really going to be hot, in my opinion, once discounters are able to stock it consistently. FragranceNet did get some in for a while, but it's been sold out for a while as well. It went pretty quick. I would say hopefully by summertime, we'll see this one stocked consistently across all of the discounters and everything. And once you can knock a little bit of that price off retail, I think people are going to go crazy for this stuff. It's a signature scent, works great anytime. It is a nice pickup. So let's go here. Terre d'Hermès Eau Très Fraîche. So this is a really nice flanker, to be honest with you, because not everyone is going to like Terre d'Hermès, the original. I mean, they're just not, right? It's very woody, very dry. It smells like a quote-unquote dirty, earthy orange. I am not making that up. I am not the first to say that. That's kind of the general how people describe it, so hence the quotes. And I can agree, it does have an earthy, orangey, spicy smell to it. It's ultimately very masculine stuff, not for everybody. Not just for the wearer, but for the people around the wearer as well. You know, it's a nice office scent, but do keep in mind you also may get some strange looks, perhaps a little bit, or at least when you compare it to Eau Très Fraîche, where I don't think you could really offend a single person with this. Orange, citrus, watery notes. It's that Terre d'Hermès DNA, but with a watery touch, lightened up with citrus, freshened up, easier to wear. That's all it is. Ultimately, also making it more versatile and probably a safer compliment getter. I really like this one. It's a great summertime scent. It's another one of those just feel-good fragrances. You spray this up in the air, you spray it on your skin, you're like, man, this is refreshing, it smells nice. I also do believe that typically this one will be a little bit more affordable than the original Terre d'Hermès. This bottle is, I can't even find it, 4.2 ounce, 125 ml, so Hermès puts the information right there on the side rather than on the bottom. I'm sure you can definitely see that. Doesn't matter, just believe me. 4.2, 125, nice amount of fragrance here for not a terrible amount of money, and it's very versatile. Second to last fragrance, we've got this guy right here, Coach Platinum for men. So these, you may think, uh-oh, you know, I can't see my level. You actually can. I don't know if you can here, but holding it up to the light, you can very much see it. My bottle is down to the very end here. I like this one a lot. I really do. I actually don't even know what's wrong with it. You see that? I don't know if it got damaged during shipping or what. It's got some chunks missing out of it or something. I don't know. Let's smell it. That's nice. That's very nice. So this one has pineapple, vanilla, cashmere, pepper. You get that pineapple right off the rip. So this has that Coach original DNA, kind of has that Sauvage type of smell, because you got to think, right, Coach the original has some similarities to Sauvage, and so we're kind of going down the rabbit hole here. So that ultimately ties this one back to having a little bit of a Sauvage smell, but a sweetened Sauvage. Imagine Dior Sauvage, EDT, right? Make it easy. EDT, everyone smelled it. Take back some of the pepperiness, okay? Add some vanilla, add some pineapple, and leave it alone, right? That's essentially kind of what it is here. It's a sweeter, creamier Dior Sauvage take is kind of how it is. I've said that since the beginning. I've liked this one since the beginning. I think this smells really pleasant. You know, it's one of those kind of, you know, lame fragrances people would say, very boring, that sort of thing, uninspired, cologne, whatever. I enjoy it. I always have. I really like that sweetened up Sauvage take. Ultimately, that makes it very, very versatile to me. One that can be worn well in the cooler months. And also, because it has some sweetness, which is just a little bit, you know, it's not too crazy sweet, I do think you could still pull it off in the summertime. You know, here's the thing, a lot of people are going to be buying stuff like Ralph's Club, like Paco Rabanne Phantom, and you know they're going to be wearing that stuff in the middle of summertime. Why not wear this as well? It'll work. Limit your sprays, wear it indoors. Are there better options to wear in summer? Oh, absolutely. There are some better options in here. If you can spring for a couple of these, go for it. But at the end of the day, going for a dumb reach versatile scent, this one does check off the boxes. And last up for this video, one that's trying to be unique, trying to have some depth. And you get nuances. It's not super unique. It's not like crazy, crazy good, but it's very, very clean, very fresh, and it does smell very nice. This is L'Eau Super Majeure d'Issey by Issey Miyake. So we've got citrus, sea salt, and woods are a few of the main notes. There's amberwood, there's sea notes, sea salt, I believe a tonka bean. There's a lot of notes, basically, is what I'm trying to say, and I'm just kind of listing off the main ones. You don't necessarily pick up on every single thing. But when you do smell it, you do get some variation. You do get some depth. And you may not expect that looking at the bottle. You may not expect that even just looking at the notes. You may think they're full of crap. But they were trying to be unique here, and they did, you know, an okay job. I'd say it's half and half. You know, they kind of got a good amount of depth, but still not to the point where it's going to make people lose their mind. But it is very clean, very fresh, smells fantastic, very versatile stuff. Affordable, performance is good for what it is. This one gets the job done. Alrighty guys, that's going to do it for me. That is 8 super ultra versatile fragrances that will conquer anything that you throw at them. These things here, they rock it. They work hard. I will link them all up down below so you can pick them up. Don't forget to hit the 35% off link first, which will automatically apply the current code. That way you get the best deal. That's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.